my name is Coco, and today I'm going to do a summer TBR. So grade 12 happened, and I got a lot of reading assigned, and then I didn't want to do any of the assigned reading, and then I didn't want to read at all in general, and basically I've been terrible at reading this year. So I'm hoping that with this list of books that I actually really want to read, that I can kind of kick myself into actually getting into reading again this summer. I also don't have any English classes in university that is like at all required of me, which is great, so hopefully that also helps. But I thought I'd tell you about all the books I'm hoping to read this summer. The first two books are books I've started reading already but haven't finished. So the first of which is The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. I borrowed this from a friend ages ago and I still haven't returned it, and I feel really terrible, so I really need to get through this. I'm almost halfway through it. I'm not a huge fan so far, but I do really want to finish it. So this is the first summer TBR book because I really need to get this back to my friend. The second book I've already started reading is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I love Oscar Wilde's writing style, and I'm really excited to finish this book. I'm only like, hang on, where am I? I'm only a couple pages into the fourth chapter, and I'm already obsessed with this book. So I'm really excited to finish it. I already have like tabs through it of quotes I really like, so I'm very excited to finish this book. This gorgeous cover is from like the Chapters Classics collection. I don't know what to call it, but I'm going to start my not yet started reading TBR with books from the same cover collection. The first of which is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Brontë. So I started reading this book years and years ago, and I never got past the first 5 pages, so I actually do want to read this book and get through this book, and I'm hoping now that I'm older that I can actually finish reading it. Also, Shipwreck Comedy did this like Tangled parody of Bertha's Attic or something like that, and it's amazing, and it makes me want to read this book so much more. The next book is Wuthering Heights by Emily Brontë. So I wanted to read this book for ages, and I just haven't, so I'm going to start reading it. My mom also always says that every lady needs to read 3 books: Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, Wuthering Heights, and Jane Eyre, so I'm going to try to do that this summer and finish the other 2 books that she's talking about. If you can't tell already, I really do like classics, I like old novels, and so my next book is Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. My mom has not read this book. She only watched the movie, so I really want to just finish reading this out of spite and be like, ha, I finished reading this book and you didn't. So that's mainly why I want to read Gone with the Wind. Moving away from old books, I want to read This Changes Everything by Naomi Klein. So I've just recently read, hang on, I have it here actually. No Is Not Enough by Naomi Klein, and it's this really good book on how Trump won the election and the rhetoric he uses and all that stuff. So I absolutely love this book, and I'm really excited to read another one of her books. In one of my classes this year, my teacher kept talking about No Logo, which is another Naomi Klein book, and I really do want to read No Logo as well as The Shock Doctrine, but with Plastic Free July going on and all this stuff, I really wanted to read This Changes Everything. So that is on my TBR. This is a weird one. I'm really into photography. I was on the yearbook team at my high school, and this summer I'm trying to really get better at photography. I also have some photography classes in university that I'm going to be taking, so I really want to get better, and my mom gave me one of her photography books, Minor Problem. I really can't read much Chinese. I can read about half that title right there. And so I am kind of worried, but it has like places where it shows you settings and stuff, so I'm really hoping that I can just learn from that and not any of the Chinese writing that's all throughout this book. And if I can't get through it, then I'll just get some photography books from the library that I can, actually read the language of. Another book that I really want to read is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child by J.K. Rowling. I've heard some not so great things about this book, and I'm also not a huge fan of Rowling after the Fantastic Beasts stuff, but I really do want to finish Harry Potter stuff, so I'm going to be reading this book, and it's from the library, so I'm not monetarily supporting her. Boop. Now onto books that I don't have the physical copy of. I really want to read Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, something like that. I cannot pronounce things, so I'm very sorry if I've said that incorrectly. But a lot of my friends have been raving about this book. I've heard some really good things about it, so I do want to get into the series. I also want to read 1984 by George Orwell. I was assigned The Crucible and Brave New World for grade 12, and everyone is always talking about 1984, and I would really like to know what they're talking about, so 1984 is definitely on my TBR this summer. I love, love, love John Green, and I love his books. Turtles All the Way Down and Looking for Alaska are some of my all-time favorite books, but there's one book I haven't read that's by John Green, and it's An Abundance of Katherines, so I really want to read it because I love John Green. I really do. Another book I've heard a lot about is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo, so I want to read it. I read Spark Joy, and it honestly wasn't that great, so I don't have super high hopes for it, but everyone is always talking about it on the internet, so I thought I might as well give it a shot. Another oldie, I really want to read Emma by Jane Austen. I watched Emma Approved, and it was so good, but I haven't read the book. One of my friends collects copies of The Little Prince. I have not read The Little Prince, so I really want to read it and figure out what we're all talking about because I have no idea. A very popular author who I have not read is Rainbow Rowell, and I want to read Fangirl because I've heard a lot about it, so I'm going to start off my journey into reading Rainbow Rowell with Fangirl. A movie that's coming out in the summer that I'm really excited about is Crazy Rich Asians, and so I want to read the book before it comes out because I am that kind of annoying person. So Crazy Rich Asians by Kwan is definitely on my summer TBR. More like my July and first 2 weeks of August TBR, but I really want to read it before the movie comes out, and I'm really, really excited for the movie. And to end everything off, this summer I really want to read the Angelfall series. So I read Angelfall by Susan E. years and years ago. I think it was like 2014 that I read it, and it was part of a Tumblr book club. So it's been a while, and I don't think the writing was really great. I don't think it's a very unique story, but it was a very, very touching story, and I really liked it. So I want to read the rest of the series and watch all the characters develop and stuff. And I really liked it, so I want to finish it. I really want to finish it. That is my summer TBR. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't think you could have really gotten anything out of it other than watching me make a fool out of myself in front of a camera for however long this video gets cut down to. Right now it's 20 minutes, so we're hoping it gets cut down real short. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully see you sometime. Goodbye.